XOXO, got the girl. Pose. Audra at Home is filmed in front of a live Pitbull audience. Good morrow and merry meet. My name is Audra and you are in for a treat. So I think that this is version 3 of Bops N Flops, which I deliberately call Bops N Flops instead of favorites and fails, and here's why. Numero uno, I don't like to be married to a product, and I feel like if I call it my favorite and then I use it for a while and then I don't like it, I feel like I can't come back and change my mind and be like, it sucks. Number 2, I find that it's really important for me to go back through my collection. Since I've gotten a little bigger presence on YouTube, it's really not that much bigger, but since I do and I have PR that comes in, I definitely have more stuff than I typically had previously. So I definitely want to make sure that's like, hey girl, are you going through your shit? Like, are you checking it? Are you making sure that like this shit exists in the world? And are you making sure that you go through this and see if you like things? So yes, it is Bops N Flops for those, and I did that whole explanation for anybody who's new to my channel. Yeah, I don't do favorites and fails. I do Bops N Flops, and I do it whenever the hell I want to. The biggest reason I also did that is because I feel like favorites and fails is very, very much new makeup heavy, and I don't want to feel like I have to purchase new things in order to have a video talking about products I liked and products I disliked in any indeterminate amount of time. So with all of that said, here we go. I think I am starting with the Bops. And so let's get it started. I have this on today. It is the Oma Beauty by Sharon C, the Level Up mascara. This shit is tops. Like, here's the thing. Here's what I'm going to tell you. You can actually compare this to the Pat McGrath Dark Star mascara. It's just as good. Promise you that. Promise you that. For me anyway. I found that like both of them were doing the same thing. Both of them were elongating my lashes to just like gorgeous lengths, and I was like, ah, because like listen, I love all of my beauty creators here, but I don't trust you on your mascara recommendations if you use false lashes. Not to be mean, but you don't have to wander around in this too long. You always put on your lashes, so you can't tell me if it's good or not. I love you so much, but you can't tell me that. I wear mascara. I don't wear false lashes. It's not like, oh, I'm so special. I can't put them on, y'all. I can't. I just can't do it.
Time for the charm bomb to explode.
Also, when I can put them on, I can't stop blinking. I just blink like a moron for however long I have them on until finally I'm like, let me just take these off. Let me just, you know, I tried to go out in them several years ago. I tried to be a lashes bitch. I'm not. I'm sorry. All right, so this is definitely a bop. I'm so excited that I have this, and it's relatively inexpensive here in the US. I don't know its price everywhere else, but this is a bomb mascara, and even better, there's no avocado oil in it, so you're welcome. All right, up next as a bop is the ColourPop Hello Kitty lip scrub. Y'all, it's got pineapple in it, and oh, it's upside down. Of course it is. It is phenomenal. Okay, so here's the thing. One of the things I do love about this lip scrub, because there are some lip scrubs that they do the lip scrubby part and like that's it. This does the lip scrubby part, but there's also an emollient layer for your lips. So you're not like scrubbing off your lip skin and then they're just dry. You scrub this off and then there's an emollient layer and you're like, bitch, my lips are smooth. They are sexy. I'm having a good time. I don't know how long this is going to be on sale for. I think it's on sale, like actually literally on sale at ColourPop right now. So if you want to pick this up, I highly recommend it. I love it. And it's pineapple. It's pineapple. Of course it's good. All right. Next up in my bops, I have 2 different primers. So I'm going to talk about the Tarte Quench Hydrating Primer, which I did receive in PR from Ipsy. I really like this. It's from their Tarte of the Sea line. I need Tarte to condense this. Is anybody else feeling like there's just like 75 lines of Tarte and you just like, I just want to, but this is actually really nice. It feels good on my skin. It feels very nice, especially under my serum foundations. And that's another reason why I'm bringing back an old favorite, which is the Marc Jacobs Invisible Undercover Primer. I love this shit. Like, I'm gonna love this shit forever. It's such a nice primer, and is so good. Like, I love to have a nice, like, hydrating primer underneath my serum foundations, because look at my skin, and I'm wearing it today. It makes my skin look extra plump and sexy underneath my foundation. So I really like that it just like really makes my foundations pop. That's why I like, you know, primers as much as I do, because like depending on which foundation I'm wearing depends on which primer I want to put on. And I find that these two just really make all of my serum foundations just look like my skin is so damn healthy. Like, baby, do you know I drank a bottle of wine last night? No, you don't, because skincare and my good primer my good primers. Listen, don't come for me on that, and don't check that. Thank you.
That's not a fact.
All right, next up in our bops is going to be the Very Valentino foundation. So I've done a video on this. I believe you may have seen this by this point, and I like it. It's a good foundation. Is it $64 worth of good? No, but it is a good foundation. If you were interested, or you're somebody who lives that high life, good on you, boo-boo, I wanna be you. But it is a very nice foundation. It has sunscreen in it has SPF 26, and because it's more of a light lasting serum type foundation, the sunscreen isn't fucking it up. So here's what I'm gonna say, and I said this in a previous video, but definitely if you were getting any kind of foundation that has SPF in it, I'm going to say for the most part, it's not always 100% accurate, but choose a light coverage foundation. That's what I found so far is the only way that it doesn't make my oily face look like I have been frying chicken and sinning all up and down the street. So yeah, I really like this. It's very nice. I have it on right now. It's doing the most. Another bop, I have this on as well, and I've talked about this previously, but I wanted to talk about it again because I started wearing it again, and that is the Pat McGrath super long name Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Concealer. I really like this. It is a lovely, lovely concealer. I think one of the things that I really enjoy about this is that it helps, like, I have it on now, it just really brightens my under eye area. And one of the things that I've been doing with my application of foundation and concealer these days is I lay down my concealer first, you know, and I put it all over where I want to be concealed. And as a black person, that's one of the reasons why I have that large triangle, because look at the shape of my face, and it's gonna give me like the more sunken parts of my face, just a little bit of a push outward so I'm not quite so sunken in. Really deep eyes, like really deep bags that are hereditary. A lot of black people have them. And so it really just helps to like push this area up and out and gives it like a little bit of luminosity. And then I put my foundation on around it, and it's like nice, like not on top of it, around it. So it ends up looking very, very nice. And I know it's very, very expensive. I get that. You do not have to purchase this. There are other concealers that are great, but I am going back into my collection, and I did want to talk about this one because I started using it again. I was like, oh yeah, bitch, I forgot you were good. I forgot you were good. Psh. So it's a really nice addition to my life. Please hold while I put things away, because otherwise it's gonna be a mess here. Another bop, which you have seen this video. This shit is lit. It is the Beauty Bay by Beauty Bay Wilderness Palette. I adore this palette. This palette gives me absolute life. It is so fucking pretty, and all of the shimmers have just like a little tiny bit of, let me just show them to you. All of the shimmers have a little bit of, I would say, duochromeness, where they're not just one shade, especially Ray, but they seem to have just like a little bit of extra love in them. So it's not just like blue. Ray has a little bit of green in it. And then, oh, see what I'm talking about? Oh my God, it's so pretty. This one's mostly just green, but it has a little bit of gold reflect in it. Like all of them have a little bit of green, and they have a little tiny bit of like other shades in the shimmer. So no matter what shade you put them with in the palette, they're going to look good. They're going to match. You're going to look amazing. It's fun. It's creative. In the US, it's 15 doll hairs for 20 shades, I believe. I think it's 20 because I feel like I counted one time and I was like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 4 is 20. That's my math skills. So I really like this. The pigmentation is there. It's very easy to work with. I wasn't having any difficulties blending anything out. I wasn't having any trouble getting anything to move across my eye. I wasn't even having any trouble with it staying on my eye. It didn't just like blend into nothingness. I could wear it for hours and it didn't just like go away by the end of the day. I didn't look messy. I didn't look unclean. I feel like you can create so many fun looks, and it's got, to me, something for every color lover in the world. Like if you are not into a lot of color, you know, this may not be for you. But for those of us who like color and like these are our basic bitch palettes, this is where we become basic bitches. Like, let's be real about all of us who love color. This is where we lose our shit over things like this. We're like, oh my God, so amazing. And then the rest of y'all who are like neutrals are like, ugh. People who love color are so basic. This is our basic bitch palette. Thank you. Thank you. They exist in every realm. Whether you love color or neutrals, there's a basic bitch palette for you. And this one is for me. I really like this. It's such a good time. Next up, I want to talk about this Revolution Glow Splendor Ultra Glow highlighter. This one is in Luminous. This one is the shit. I know I've probably talked about this before and I can't remember if I did, but I've revisited it and I was like, baby, the glow on this is so nice. Like, it's just such a very pretty glow. Relatively inexpensive here in the US. On my skin, it tends to like turn a little bit pink, and I like that for my skin. I love that it gives like a little bit of a pink reflect, because on some of the blushes that I have, or even in a blush palette where there's like a really light pink, this helps to turn that up so that it's just like a cute rosy pink. And I'm like, bitch, yes, I like it. I know everybody has their issues with Revolution. I personally like this one. I love the packaging. The packaging just makes you feel like you're a fancy bitch. You know, when you open this, you can't help but feel like a bad bitch. You know what I mean? You're like, so anyway, you don't have to hiss at everybody, but like that makes it better. But I really like this. I'm glad I picked this up. Like the other one that I got from them, I did not like, but this one I truly enjoy. I truly enjoy this one. It's a very nice, beautiful highlighter, and it's like just so subtle. Like that's another thing. If you're into like more of a subtle, like, oh, we're just chilling, like that's what you're gonna get with this. And I enjoy that for me, okay? I forgot this primer in the party, which is the Hello Fab Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer. It's back, probably for the 4th or 5th time, who cares? I wanted to talk about it again because I've been using it again. Every time I start reusing a product, it's probably gonna show up in a Bops N Flops. I absolutely love this. Like, I'm a coconut person. I like tropical scents. I like for everything to smell like mangoes and pineapples and coconut. I want to smell like, I want these things to smell like a tropical island so I can really feel like I'm Calgon taking myself away. Thank you. And this does that for me. It's also very hydrating, and most importantly, in my current job, what I love about this is it does create a nice barrier in between me and all the dirt that just like keeps getting attracted to my face, because I work a little bit outdoors now. And so with that being the case, it's very nice because, I mean, I'm getting a lot of dirt on my face. Like I can actually physically feel it when I'm going to wash my face and have to do like a first rinse and then wash. So I love this because it means like my actual skin is not getting that dirt on it. So kudos to you, Hello Fab. This is a primer that I feel like I'm always gonna have that, but I say that now, who knows, because life is life. Next up, we are obviously going to need to talk about the Adept Cosmetics Codon palette. Listen, y'all, if you can manage to get your hands on this, I so highly recommend it. Like, why is she like this? This is like your grungy, like a beautiful, nice, relaxed, grungy shimmer palette. If you want to exchange out the mattes, you can. For me, I enjoyed these two far more than I enjoyed the mattes in the other, because I feel like these really go with the concept and they're just so damn pretty. Like this palette makes me want to punch someone in the face. Like this shade right here, the actual shade Codon, look at that. It makes me want to punch somebody directly in their face and be like, how dare you? You know what I mean? Like when I bring it out, I'm just like, I don't want to talk to you because I have this. Like we're gonna fight. We're gonna fight. It's gonna be a nasty, ugly fight, and I'm going to win because I have Codon. So like, good luck to you. But I really like this palette. I feel like Adept really hit a stride with this one. I do hope that they continue making eyeshadow palettes because this is just phenomenal. It has all of my dreams wrapped up in one dream. Does that even make sense? We're gonna say it does. Next up, I have some of these on my eyes today. We're gonna talk about my Glam Shop singles. These are bomb. Today I have on like this one right here on the outer corner of my eye. I mean, these things are fucking killing me. I about lost my shit when I tried these, and I have not been able to stop myself from trying to put them in like at least one look every time I wear them. I really like these. They're so beautiful. Like, let me just grab one of these like funky, like, let me just grab one of these funky ones. I'm gonna grab this one. Should I know the shade names? Yes. Do I? No, that is not where my skill lies. We're gonna move past that. This is it on the finger. It is a little bit chunky. Now, no, these kinds of shades, the ones that look like that, are going to be chunky, and they might feel a little weird on the eye, a little bit like glitter, but look at that. Look at her just being like, hi, how are you doing? And I'm like, oh girl, I'm so good. This comes out like a kind of a turquoisey blue, and it's just so pretty. I feel like the light isn't really gonna give you all that I want it to give it. So we're just gonna do this a little bit and like give it like, yeah, there we go. There we go. She's doing a little bit. We got a little bit. Can I shine a light on it from the side? Possibly. Will I be able to do that? No, but I do really like these. They feel like some of them do feel like Divina shadows, but then some of them feel like nothing I've ever felt like before. And those like funky ones, like the one that I just swatched, feel like nothing I've ever felt before. It just like slides onto your eye seamlessly. You don't have to have an eye base if you don't want one. These bitches are screaming. They are coming forever. They almost snatched off my wig when I put them on, but I put it back. I put the wig back and we're good now. But absolutely adore my Glam Shop shadows. And I'm very happy that I was finally convinced to ignore the hype, like, cause I was like, everybody's just hyping this shit up, and every time I buy something cause of hype, I hate it. I was wrong, you know? Thanks, Millie. All right, so I have something fun for you because this is one of my favorite perfume brands on the market, and the brand is called Clean Reserve. Two of my favorite scents, and I'll be probably in another Bops and Flops, I'll talk about some other ones that I love from them, but is Skin and Warm Cotton. These are two of my favorite scents. I'm very susceptible, or I notice scents a lot, which is why I hate people who wear like an enormous amount of cologne. Men, please just take a shower. Like, you don't have take an actual shower, and then like just don't douse yourself in cologne. Just like one squirt is more than enough because they make that shit powerful as hell. So please stop it. Thank you. We can't breathe around you. Moving on, Clean Reserve has been one of my favorite brands for a very long time when it comes to perfume because the scents are clean. They're like extremely clean, easy scents that smell good on my skin, and I just love them. I tend to wear perfume at night and then like do a little squirt in the morning before I go to work. But I really enjoy these. They just smell so good. Like, I don't even know how to categorize the scents because they're not super floral, although I do have one that is because it's called Floor. But this one, that Skin, it really, like, I feel like the scent of it is intended to actually complement your own natural scent, because I find that I smell significantly better whenever I put on Skin. If you are wanting to feel like comforted and just like kind of like soft sexy, that is where Warm Cotton comes in. And it does have like this kind of light, cottony smell. Like, that's all I can say. I'm not good at scents anyway, but I did just want to tell you, like, if you're looking for a brand that has like clean, easy scents that don't overwhelm the senses, Clean Reserve has you covered. Not Finalmente. We got dos things to talk about in our Bops. Oh, nope, we have more. Sorry, there's more than I thought. So next up, I want to talk about the Maybelline Lifter Gloss. Everybody was talking about this shit, and I was like, whatever, I'm not going to use it because everybody's talking about it because I'm contrary. But I finally got some, and I was like, well, let me just pick the only one that I can really wear because I'm brown. So I got mine in 005 Petal. I have it on today. I really like this. I just find that whenever I put this on top of anything, like, it just makes my lips look like I put injections in, and it's like, no baby, these are just my lips. And it makes me talk like this all the time, like, and I'm sorry for that, but like, here we are. I really like it. It's not too sticky as well. Like, I like that it's a beautiful gloss and it's not overly sticky. Speaking of lips, I wanted to talk about the Wet n Wild Sleep Mask. Again, this one's in lavender. I feel like I've talked about this before, but I wanted to talk about it uno más tiempo because it's perfection. It's lavender though. If you don't like lavender, you will not like this, but I enjoy it. It feels nice on my lips. It is fantastic. I always feel like I wake up and my lips just still feel hydrated. Like it doesn't just come off while I'm sleeping. I wake up and my lips are still hydrated. So that's the nice thing, is like I still have like a coating of it left. So I get up, my lips still feel good. I go do my skincare, whatever. And then if I want to put like a lip gloss on or chapstick, I do that, like a lip balm, and I'm good to go. I've also noticed that I've like started to not have, since I've been using that and my scrubbies, my lip scrubs, my lip scrubs, that my lips just in general, I'm not experiencing cracking when the seasons change. So that's been a game changer for me. Y finalmente, I have two things to finish this out. First of all, this I also received in PR from Ipsy. So it is the Fenty Lip Stunna or Stunna Lip Paint. I love this one. It's so pretty. It's just such a bright, vibrant pink. I like that the packaging looks gorgeous, but like it's not particularly practical for me. So like I don't love that, but I actually love the lip paint. The way that I apply it is I apply it to my bottom lip, I wait, then I apply it to my top lip, I wait. Once it's all nice and dry, throw on some lifter gloss and I have a party. The other thing I wanted to talk about, I am affiliated with Midas Cosmetics, but I finally got to play with the Bitchin' Cake Liner palette and I love it. It's so fun. I had such a good time playing with this. I think it's like they're water activated, they're easy to use, and they're just really pretty and fun. Like if you want to elevate your look and just like add like a little swipe of something here and there, this is gonna have you covered. That way I find I like these especially because I get tired of trying to buy varying eyeliners, like just like the liquid ones or whatever, to try to like fit varying color schemes, and then this one just already exists like this, so I have varying different color schemes that I can choose from using this palette, and I live for it. Alright, now what I want to talk about next are products that are just meh, alright? Now, y'all know I love the Care Bears, alright? And I absolutely love this palette because of nostalgia reasons. However, I'm gonna say that like the actual, like the shades do have pigment, blah, 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 but it is for the most part like a meh palette. Like if you were looking for something that was gonna blow you away, this is not gonna be the one to do it. I'm going to love it and have it on a high pedestal because of the fact that I love the Care Bears. However, if you were trying to get this to be like, ooh, I'm gonna have this like bright, colorful palette and like that, it's okay. Like it's okay. It's not the best thing ever. It's not the worst thing ever. It's just meh, but I love it because I love the Care Bears. Caring is sharing. Care Bears, stare! All right, so sorry. No, I'm not. We're moving past this now. We're moving past this. The next thing I want to talk about that's kind of meh for me is the Mark Wiley Cosmetics, the Bird of Paradise palette. My dear friend Jen sent this over to me because she saw it and she was like, this reminds me of you. And it's nice. It's nice. I think that there needs to be some work done on the pigmentation. Let me just turn it this way and drop it down. There does need to be a little bit of work done on the pigmentation. I feel like I had to work a bit hard for some of the mattes to come up for me. Also, some of the shimmers just aren't giving what I want them to give. I really had to dig into them. Like the Radiance does very, very well, but then Glee is not doing as well. So I feel like I had to work hard for it. I love the concept. I just think that they need a little bit more work on getting these to show up right. Because you can see the Radiance is the gold. It's giving. But this green is just a little bit ashy and it's just not doing as much as I want it to do. I feel like you would have to put a base underneath it to give it oomph. So that's just kind of meh for me. I'm like, yeah. Like I like it, but I don't like, it's not gonna be my favorite thing ever. The next thing that's meh for me, I'm bringing it back, y'all. That's right. It is the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. See, this is why I do the Bops and Flops, because I can keep playing with something and then come to a conclusion. I think that this is a meh product. It's not the best bronzer I have ever used. It does not do the things that I love for a bronzer to do. I just find it's okay. Like it's just okay. I feel like it's $54. It's just okay. I have mine in 4 deep and it's all right. Like I feel like the packaging is what we're paying for, and if you wanted to get this because you just wanted to have this bad bitch ass packaging, go for it, you know? Do that, but it's meh. Like I didn't like it, then I liked it once I used it. Now I'm at a point where I'm like, it's just meh. I have cheaper bronzers that I love more. Like for instance, today I have on, we'll call this a bop since I'm gonna talk about it now. Today I have on the Juvia's Place Bronze Dark Bronze Bronzer. I said bronze too many times and I got stuck, so we're gonna move past that. I love this. Like, this is inexpensive. It has a little bit of red glow in it. It gives me all of the life. Like, I love this bronzer, and I just tend to mix both of these together. I'm like, bitch, yes. Like, I don't feel like I need this Charlotte Tilbury one, and in fact, every time I go to reach for it and put it on, I'm always like, this is it? It's not bad. It's just not good. You know what I mean? It's just like, eh. Like, if it was the last bronzer I had, I would be satisfied using it, but I would not reach for this as like the first bronzer I put on. For that, it's gonna be my Kosas bronzer. It's gonna be Kosas, it's gonna be Mented, it's gonna be my Juvia's Place. Like, that's where I'm gonna go to pick up my bronzer. This one, I'm just gonna kind of be like, oh yeah, I have that. All right, the moment you've all been waiting for, the flops. All right, so we're actually gonna go ahead and start with the Steve Laurent blush, which I absolutely used to love this. It's in I'm Blushing. It's not a flop for the reason that you think it is. It's actually just currently a flop because it's old. I need to throw it away because there's almost no pigment left. Like, I had to kind of dig in to get that, but once it's on my skin, it just kind of like buffs away, and I'm like, oh no. So like, this is where I put it, and within just a couple of hours, like, it just doesn't look good. So this is more just like, it's a flop because it's going to the trash and it's old, and so like, I still wanted to include it, and I'm going to include anything that's old and I have to throw it away and flops, and I'm going to explain the product and all that good stuff. But otherwise, I really like this blush because it used to be like super pigmented. Like, I had to be extra careful because I would end up looking like a rosy-cheeked child, and that's not a look I'm going for. So I love this blush, but unfortunately, I have to let you go into the trash bin. It's been a good ride, my friend. It's been a good ride. All right. Next up, I want to talk about the Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Wear All Over Concealer. This is like kind of a flop for me, and here's what I'm gonna say. I feel like where the Teint Idole foundation is like on your face, babes. It is on your face. You look good. You normally, for me, I'm gonna put a hydrating primer underneath it so it doesn't look so damn dry, and then I'm gonna do all of the shiny things to my face so that my skin looks luminous and healthy instead of matte, right? This tends to lean oily on my face. I feel like within maybe an hour, perhaps two, it just looks oily. And the thing that I hate about that is, like, if I'm just wearing concealer all over my face, which I've been doing more often, this is just horrific. Then if I'm wearing this as the concealer and I have foundation everywhere else looks like flawless and fabulous, right? Like, everywhere where I have concealer, especially underneath my eyes, looks like hot trash. And I don't know if it's me, like, maybe I'm the moron, maybe I'm the asshole, but I don't like this. I just don't like it. Every time I try to use it, I'm like, it's not giving. It's giving very much oily, and I don't like that. So I'm gonna move on from that. Another product I'm bringing, this is a product I'm going to go ahead and bring back, which is the Milani Conceal and Perfect Long Wear Concealer. I am now calling this a flop, and I think it's because I have changed the way that I do my makeup. I no longer really like a very thick concealer. This one is pretty thick, number one. Let me find a place to put it on my body. This one is fairly thick. Also, I don't love how it seems to crack sometimes on me. And yeah, I know, people, that's what I like to call it. I like to call it cracking. It seems to crack on my face. It tends to age me in ways that I'm like, listen, I know I've been here since before the dinosaurs, but there's no reason for people to be able to tell that. So I feel like it was just like old me. I've grown past this foundation, or excuse me, I've grown past this concealer. It's just not for me anymore. I feel like a lot of long wear, thicker concealers, I just don't love them the way that I used to. And I just feel like it's because by the end of the day, I look really haggard, and I'm not a fan. Another big ass flop is the L'Oreal Age Perfect Radiant Serum Foundation. So this one is one of those ones. I've talked about SPF and foundation, and normally I would say that it works well in serums. However, they upped the SPF to 50, and I really feel like that's what harmed it, because it is an oily mess. There is nothing you can do. If you have oily skin, prepare to look like all the scents have taken place. So I got mine in shade 130 Sienna. I feel like one, it's super luminous, mine has like some red tint in it. I'm kind of putting it on my skin. It is super luminous. Even when I tried to put some powder on it, it wouldn't really dry down. I'm hoping that you're able to see, like, here's where it is. It's all on this part of my hand. It's very luminous, like serum foundations tend to be. However, within 45 minutes of me having this on my face, it just looks like I'm having a meltdown. And I have enough autistic meltdowns in my life but I don't need it to look like I'm having one, especially if I'm not having one. And in fact, looking like I'm having one makes me have one. So I felt like this just really missed the mark. And it feels really oily. That is the other thing. It feels greasy as fuck. I don't like that at all. It's so greasy and it's just not something I'm going to live for. I'm passing this on to a friend of mine to see if maybe they will enjoy it. So that's where I stand with that. Then again, with skin, we're gonna talk about the Sugar Rush Skin Treat Poreless Tinted Moisturizer. I don't like it. I'm sorry. Like, I've tried it a few times and I might try it again. Obviously, I'm gonna more than likely try it again because I feel like maybe I'm just wrong. Oh shit, I just squirted out like my entire life's worth of it. So now you're just gonna look at it. We're not putting this in the skin because I will have an entire arm covered with this shit. But here you go. This is what it looks like. I know it looks like completely different than my skin tone because it is actually. They didn't have a ton of shades that would fit me. I'm gonna try to take most of this off. I know, you're such a wasteful person. Get off my back. So anyways, it has a weird feel. I think my problem is it kind of has like this weird creamy but dry sensation. That's all I can say. It's like right here now. It has a creamy but dry sensation. It's almost like it goes to powder from you, like once you put it on. So I'm gonna play with this probably more, but for now it's a flop to me because I feel like there's something about the way that it goes on. I feel like it makes me look very matte and dry. But then when I try to like do some things to look better, because here's the thing, they're calling it a tinted moisturizer, but I'm more than likely gonna use it more like concealer foundation. So I'm gonna put other shit on top of it. And I feel like it doesn't work as well when you try to put anything on top of it. But I don't want all of my skin to be like one shade, you know what I mean? Like, just, I don't want it to all be this color. Like, then I look ill. Then I look like I'm trying out for 28 years later, you know, because they had 28 days later than 28 weeks later. Now we're 28 years later. Get the joke? Got it. So anyway, I don't want to feel like I look like that. So I don't like this. I might play with it again as I'm apt to do with my Bops and Flops. So I find that to be a flop. I have one more flop for you. I just have to grab it. Here she is, the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask that everybody and their mom said was so good. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's not good. It doesn't, like, it comes right off my lips and I don't feel like it's doing anything phenomenal. It kind of feels like Vaseline. But like, it doesn't have any of the properties of Vaseline. It's like it's playing this like bullshit ass game. And it's really sticky is the other thing, is I feel like it's super sticky. And I don't feel like my other sleeping masks that I have are sticky like that. Like, look at this. Can you see it? Let me put my hand like this. Well, no, now you can't see it because of my hand. Wait, oh, there we go. I just turned the brown side around, dipshit. All right, yeah, it's very sticky. And I don't live for that. Like, I don't like that when I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Like, when I want to go to bed, I don't want my lips being like, it's grosses me out. And then I wake up in the morning, it's completely gone. There's nothing left. I got this, I feel like it was like birthday something or other, I feel like, when I was ordering. So I do not like that. I feel like there's so many people who love it. It's hella expensive too. And I feel like this is like $4. I'm gonna get me another one during the Ulta 21 days of beauty sale, because whenever I buy like one thing, I'll just add some of the other things that I wanted. So this is a flop, like, not that. This is a flop for me. I don't like it. I would rather throw it in the garbage. Ooh, I forgot. I have another flop, and I am really sad about this flop in particular. This is the last one I'm gonna talk about, which is the Prime Beauty Island Guile palette. So here's the thing. I use this in a Get Ready With Me, and my hope is that the brand will improve their formulas, they will add to it, and they will get better. I feel like this palette just does not have the depth and dimension needed. I know it's supposed to be a colorful palette, but I feel like they should have maybe spent a little bit more time on adding some depth to these, adding some depth to these top 2 rows, which like these rows seem to match each other, right? So like add a deep orange here, add a deep pink or something here, add a deep blue, add a deep green. I feel like that would have really been better than this whole bottom row, because this bottom row is not giving the same energy as the top 2 rows. The other thing about it is I don't feel like I'm getting enough pigmentation and color payoff from most of the shades. So for that, I'm gonna have to go ahead and declutter this and let this one go, because I had to realize it is not for me. I love so many products from Prime Beauty. Well, not so, yeah, they have some lip colors that I like. They have some bronzers that I've been enjoying. So they have other products that are just fucking top notch, but this eyeshadow palette ain't it. I'm looking forward to them rising above this. So that is it. That is it, y'all. That's the video. That's my Bops and Flops. I'm gonna hope that it's version 3, and maybe it's version 4. Who cares? It's a version of Bops and Flops. I'll see you next time whenever I have stuff to bop and flop next team around. And yeah, that's it. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you would, please do me a favor, give this video a big thumbs up, so then that way the algorithm goddess can continue doing what she does best, which is push me further into the algorithm so that I can continue to do whatever the fuck I want to. All right, as usual, huge shout out to my patrons and spooky bays, yeah. All right, thank y'all so much for everything that y'all do, because y'all really, truly help to keep the bats in the belfry and the spiders firmly ensconced in their webs. You allow me to buy some products that I normally would not be able to afford, and you also allow me to be able to do fun content that I don't have to worry about the views on. I don't have to stress because it's already paid for, so I appreciate y'all for that. For all of you who watch, like, share, and subscribe, I appreciate you as well. And you know the drill. It costs $0 to be kind. It's so good for your soul, because if you don't take care of it, I'm gonna flop yours. And I'm gonna add it to my collection of souls, because spooky season is here, and maybe these wigs don't pay for themselves, you know, and they don't take care of themselves. Who do you think takes care of these wigs? It's my souls. All right, until next time, XOXO. Got the girl. I'm doing so good today. Why are you laughing? There's nothing to laugh. Like, you just started laughing. For what? I'm doing good on filming today. Can you believe I've already filmed one video and I'm here filming this one? I'm a bad bitch. Now, I want to talk about some products that are meh, and that's where we're gonna go today. Oh wait, nope. I forgot to do my intro. Burp. Tap, tap, tap. Why am I like this? Okay, moving on. What? I'm like over here having a whole time. Oh, I thought that said 8 minutes, not 18 minutes. Okay, well, we soldier on. Not me saying it's the wigs that take care of the souls. Bye.